Women should charge men to date them.
Fellas, I see why y'all fed up. Is this where the women are getting their delusion from? I'm curious. I want y'all to check these videos out. It's all over TikTok. This is what the women are cheering on. Take a look at this and we'll talk.
2025 Relationship Edition. Stop wasting your time on coffee dates. If somebody's taking you out for coffee dates, the answer is no, I only do dinner dates. And no, by dinner dates, I don't mean Chipotle. Come on. I want you to have very high standards. Mediocre is not going to cut it. The way you see yourself is how others start to see you. So I don't care. Make a new persona and start living it. Every time you sit in your 2012 car, I want you to imagine that it's a Rolls Royce. I want you to imagine that the engine light is not on. And that is how I want you to carry yourself in the world. Number 2, get selfish. If you have plans in place for doing something, you are not going to cancel your plans for anyone. You are not going to be that person that people can push around because she'll change it, she'll do it. You will no longer do anything for the greater good. Your focus is only you. You will no longer move your plans for anyone else.
Men do not want the good girl. They don't want the nice girl. They don't want the cool girl. They don't want the woman that gives them a peace of mind. They want women that stress them the fuck out. The woman that keeps them sitting on the edge of their seat. Mysterious, unpredictable, self-centered, has an exciting life, doesn't need him. And that's the reason whenever you see a man that cannot move on from that one woman in his life, that one ex-girlfriend, they will always say she was the crazy one. They love the crazy ones because they trigger their masculine instinct to problem solve, to lead, to stay active in a relationship. The masculine instinct to compete with their own mind to still make that woman theirs. The women that are crazy, unbothered, and have an exciting life on their own, men are so intrigued by because they compete with that woman's happiness. They don't compete with other men. They literally compete with that woman's life satisfaction. It's so intriguing to them because they desperately want that woman's approval since she's so unbothered. The good girl, the woman that gives them a peace of mind, is the placeholder. Sometimes they end up in relationships with them. Sometimes they end up marrying them, only to keep an eye out for the future wife because the good girl is convenient. Of course, they're gonna say they want the cool girl, the chill girl, just because they know it's not as much work for them. They know with a woman like that, he could start at the pub until 3 a.m., get home drunk, hungover the next day, and she would let him get away with it. With the good girl, he is the center of the marriage. With the good girl, he is the center of attention. He can now come and go as he pleases. Much he stays with the good girl because it is convenient. Men do not want the good girl. They don't want the nice.
All heard the dating myth, the older you get, the less you get. Okay, if you're a single woman over 30, I am sure you have heard this sentiment that you have to hurry up and pick somebody because the older you get, and if you're on the dating market, you're going to get less. They're lying to you. The older you get, the more you get. It's just...
That is not true. There is nothing that ages and gets better unless you some wine or some cognac. That don't even make sense. It's science.
It's going to look different than you ever thought it would. Now look at me. I live in a small town in America. I live in a nice house. I never would have thought I would have married an upcycled husband. Meanwhile, I love my divorcee husband. When I met him, he was so ideal for me. I got so much more because 37-year-old me chose my life partner and not 27-year-old me, not 17-year-old me. I had a chance to grow up and mature. And when we look at some of the most successful men in the world, Jeff Bezos, even though I think Lauren Sanchez, anyway, look at Lauren Sanchez. She's the speed limit. She's 55. She's been divorced multiple times. She has children. But look, one of the wealthiest men in the world wants to be with her, okay? Melody Hobson married George Lucas, I think, when she was 44. Meghan Markle married Prince Harry when she was 36 and she was divorced. My point is this: the older you get, the more you mature, the more your palate is refined, the better you become, the more elevated you are, the more you will.
That is not true. And the women that she has named, they are all rich and they're in shape. They are fit and they are beautiful. And an average woman not compare. I'm an average woman. And this is the rhetoric that we are pushing out on these ladies. There are countless videos like this all over TikTok. Carry on.
Look, one of the wealthiest men in the world wants to be with her, okay? Melody Hobson married George Lucas, I think, when she was 44. Meghan Markle married Prince Harry when she was 36 and she was divorced. My point is this: the older you get, the more you mature, the more your palate is refined, the better you become, the more elevated you are, the more you will get. You will not settle the way that you did when you were younger. So it's not the worst thing to be over 30 and single, okay? You're just getting started at 30. 40, you're cracking the surface, and 50 is lit. So don't let them try to bully you into settling when you're younger and you're watching the clock thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm running out of time. You're just on time, because the older you get, the more.
That is not true. And I'm going to tell you, women are born with all their eggs. So you are telling me 30. Think about it. Say a lot of black women, American women now, they say they're going to get married at 30 years old. So when are you going to start having children? If you want children. Think about that. That doesn't even make sense. And when you ask a lot of girls, when are they going to get married or when they're going to have kids or whatever, they always go, about 30. I mean, infertility rate is dropping 1% every year. It's getting harder for women to have children. And this is the rhetoric that we are spewing. This is nuts.
Real men, real providers spend immediately upon meeting you. Why do I say this? There was this girl in my life, and she was saying that she sat at a bar next to a guy. They were having a long conversation, and when the bill came, the guy watched her pay, watched her sign the tip, and then after she paid, proceeded to ask for her number. No. If we're at the bar having a conversation, that means that no one else at the bar who would have been able to pay for this meal were able to come up to me because you sat there acting like my boyfriend. So no one else was able to come up to me. Now, when the bill comes, you're looking at me, watching me pay, and you want my number? No, sweetie. No, sweetie. That's not how it works. If a guy is not offering to pay for things immediately upon meeting you, he does not deserve your phone number. Like I was getting my car serviced, and there was a guy in the waiting room with me. He was like, I want to buy you a drink. What kind, are you thirsty? Do you want something to eat? That's the kind of energy I'm looking for. If you don't have that energy, goodbye. Save space for the man that does have that energy.
You telling me at an open bar, restaurant, wherever they were at, you telling me if a man sit next to a woman, you telling me he's not even allowed to have a conversation with you unless he's buying your drinks and your food? Woo! It's rough, fellas. Fellas, don't you buy nobody no drinking no food sitting next to them. And women are actually making videos, actually coming on here and saying how a man they talk to at a bar or a restaurant did not buy their food and drink. That's entitlement to the fullest on sport mode.
I don't know about you, but I'm not chasing any man that makes $150K a year. I'm not chasing him. The reason why I say chase someone like Mark Cuban or a billionaire is because he can set you up. Okay, Mark Cuban can put you in a situation. He knows people. Chase him because he comes with opportunities. A man making $150K a year, great, that's a lot of money, but that's not going to mean that I chase you down. Like, women have jobs too, okay? That's around what I make. Why am I chasing a man that makes the same amount of money as me?
Because that's what you deserve. And the point that she can even say Mark Cuban as if he would be interested, that just shows how high her delusion is. Like, just think about that. Like, you're not even going to be in the same circles as a Mark Cuban. And fellas, any woman who has this much makeup on and blush on her face and lip fillers, run. That is crazy work right there. Look at them eyebrows, the lip. I know that's not what we struck. What is that? And of course, I went to her page. I had to see who this person was. And look at that. Those is crazy eyes. It's crazy eyes. Don't even make sense. Look at my eyebrows, lips. Just, it's a lot. I can see the front of her wig. I mean, it's bad. It's
I'm back with another why I think women should charge men to date them. Because it is men out here that are using.
And yes, you heard her. She has said that women should charge men to date them. Yes.
Women. It's real men out here, but it's also men that are not real men that some women need to charge to date them. If you are a nice looking woman, you're well put together, you got your head on straight, you handle your business, they go after them type of women. So therefore, what is wrong with charging men a deposit to date you?
Deposit for what? You know, I had to go to her page, and this is what I be talking about. You're talking out the side of your neck. Fellas, you better believe who a woman say she is. And check out her social media page. Her pages. It's going to say a lot. It's going to say a lot. And as you see, she's on here twerking to Psalms. Talking about most powerful Psalms against enemies. Baby, you your own enemy. Look at this crap. Look at this. Like, and I guarantee you, the sisterhood is cheering her on. Cheering her on. It's sad. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. It's like, how we get here? Fellas, let me know, what do you think about all of this that you heard tonight? I'm just curious. Coffee dates. There ain't nothing wrong with coffee dates. I ain't gonna hold you. There are a lot of serial daters out here. Sometimes it's good to go meet them, get coffee. We taking these women to them 5-star restaurants to get a 1-star personality. All right, guys, getting out of here. Put it in the comments. Let me know what your experience has been when it comes to these women. I am curious because this is what's all over TikTok on a daily. Till then, guys, stay well.